Canelo versus Triple G. Who really won? We answer that next. Please help us hit 10,000 subscribers. Like and subscribe. Leave your thoughts below. Let us know who you think won the Triple G Canelo fight. Welcome. Welcome to Sunday Morning Champion. What a fight we had last night. Boy, let the debate begin, huh? Lots of close rounds. Lots of people think Triple G won. A lot of people think Canelo won. Could have won either way. How did we have it scored? Well, at 3D Boxing, we had it a draw. I know. Anticlimactical. This one was really hard to score. We had it 6 rounds to 6, obviously. I'm going to tell you which rounds we scored for which fighter. I'll start with Triple G. I scored the 1st, the 3rd, the 4th, the 7th, the 10th, and the 12th for G. That's 1, 3, 4, 7, 10, and 12. For Canelo, we scored the 2nd, the 5th, the 6th, the 8th, the 9th, and the 11th. That's 2, 5, 6, 8, 9, and 11. Lots of close rounds, lots of swing rounds. Just off the top of my head, the 1st, the 3rd, the 4th, and then the last 2 rounds were all swing rounds. Really difficult rounds to score that could have gone either way. That's 5 rounds, just off the top of my head, that were up for grabs. So, no controversy. No issues with the scoring at all. The only issue we had was with Triple G's game plan. Going backwards, not being aggressive. He was saying Mexican style, and then he fights the whole fight going backwards. This was as bad as Arislandi Laura's game plan against Jarrett Hurd back earlier this year, where Laura stood in with the bigger, stronger Hurd and almost got knocked out in the last round and dropped a really close split decision. Just terrible decision on Laura's part to fight that way, and a very terrible decision Triple G's game plan as well. Abel Sanchez said that that wasn't the blueprint, that wasn't the game plan. That was not what he was supposed to do, and they were having differences. You heard Abel Sanchez whisper in his ear after about the 5th round, he saw that he was losing the fight, and he had to pick it up. But it was a good fight. It was a good contrast to the first fight. And I want you guys to let me know what you thought. They were both great fights, right? Marcus Kellerman said the second one was better. They were both good. I liked last night's fight, but I thought the first fight was better. But let me know what you guys think. Leave your thoughts, comments below. Let me know which fight you thought was better. And also let me know how you had it scored. This was tough because Triple G's jab really was working. And like we saw early in the rounds, in their first fight, which I scored for Canelo, Canelo was outboxing G. In the second fight, I scored the early rounds for Triple G. I thought I had him up 3 rounds to 1 after 4. That jab was in his face. He was moving well. Obviously, he got hit. You can see his face. He got hit, but I thought he did enough. I thought he outworked him, and I thought he landed enough jabs to counteract the power shots that Canelo won outside of the second round, which Canelo won big. But this was not the game plan that Triple G should have put forth. Canelo took the fight to him. Canelo landed the bigger shots, the cleaner shots, the better shots. He had a ferocious body attack. And, if I made a highlight reel of who landed simply the better shots, Canelo's highlight reel is better. But there was more of Triple G's, and that's what made this fight so difficult to score. I mean, there were so many rounds where you'd say, okay, Triple G won about 1 minute and 40 seconds of that round, and Canelo won about 1 minute and 20. But was it more dominant in what Canelo did? Should I give it to Triple G because he won the majority of the round? This was really tough to score, and I was expecting the scorecards to be wide, just like we saw with the Plique Nietes fight last week. I was expecting wide scorecards, and I thought that was reasonable. When we really didn't. The judges were really all on pretty much the same accord. Obviously, it wasn't unanimous, but it was 7-5, 7-5, and 6-6, and I had it 6-6. So if you look at the cards, they even agreed on most of the rounds. So they agreed on a lot more than they disagreed on, and I thought we were going to have a wide variance in scorecards. I thought anywhere from, let's say, 9-3 Canelo to 8-4 Triple G was reasonable. That's how many swing rounds there were. And it just depended on what you like. Do you like the aggression and the power punching of Canelo, or do you like the jab and the movement and the work rate of Triple G? I scored more close rounds for Triple G than I did Canelo based on the work rate and that jab. If you can control someone with the jab and you can constantly pop that in that face, you're going to score points on my scorecard. Maybe someone else simply rates the body work that much higher, and that's fine. I was listening to Mixed Combat Radio, hosted by Matt Hunter. If you don't subscribe to that show, you should. It's an excellent show. And he had it 9-3 Canelo, and he was arguing with a call who had it 9-3 the other way. And I was like, I don't think either one of you are necessarily wrong. It's like, what do you like better, chocolate or vanilla? You can think one's great, the other's disgusting, and you're not wrong. It's just, that's how close it was. There wasn't much to separate these two. So when I see people screaming robbery or being upset, that's really uncalled for, right? Because there was no robbery here. There was no robbery in the first fight. These fights were really close. It's like an NBA series where it goes 7 games, and then it gets decided in the fourth quarter by free throws. It's like, well, these guys are really close. Something's got to separate them. There's been a trend starting where I noticed last week with the Garcia fight, Garcia with Porter and Nietes with Palikte, where there's not just the fights are close, but the rounds are close, and there's so many swing rounds in this bout. And it makes for interesting scoring, and the only problem is people cry robbery when it's not a robbery. It's just a card that you didn't agree with, that you didn't score it that way. There are robberies, there are blatant robberies, and then there are fights that, okay, it just went the other way. And I thought that was this kind of fight, right? Like, this fight could have gone either way. Again, if it would have been an 8-4 Triple G or a 9-3 Canelo, I'd have been fine with that. I would have been fine with either one. But let the debates begin. Let me know what you thought about Triple G's game plan, which I thought was just atrocious. And even it being that bad, right? There was a point in the 5th round where Max Kellerman said, we've gone 5 rounds and Triple G hasn't come forward yet. I don't know how Triple G expects to win his career-defining fight against perhaps the best opponent he's ever been in with in his absolute prime, and he thought he was going to win that fight the whole time going backwards. Now, maybe it had more to do with Canelo, or maybe it had more to do with Triple G, right? Maybe Triple G was old, and he couldn't fight it aggressively anymore. Although that's usually not the case. Usually as a fighter gets older, he comes forward more because he doesn't have the same legs, he doesn't have the same pep in his steps that he used to. So now he has to compensate for that. I don't know what Triple, they said it wasn't the game plan. I don't know, maybe Canelo made him really uncomfortable in there. Maybe he tasted Canelo's power, and it was something he wasn't expecting, which would also be weird because they'd just been in the ring together. But something took Triple G off his game plan. As Abel Sanchez said, this is not what we came here to do. Maybe it had to do with Canelo. Canelo's body attack was ferocious. Maybe it was breaking him down, and Triple G didn't want a piece of it. He wanted no part of that. His body attack was excellent, especially in the first half of the fight. The other thing is both these guys had absolute granite in their chin. I've never seen Triple G get hit as hard and as clean as Canelo hit him. And it didn't bother him. And outside of one moment in the 10th round, I believe it was the 10th round, Canelo wasn't bothered with the big shots that Triple G hit him with. I mean, Triple G hit him some big shots, some uppercuts and some right hands. And outside of one little moment in the 10th round, they didn't seem to bother Canelo. So, this was an interesting fight. I mean, the action was good, not much holding, which is crucial, right? This is why I despise watching the Klitschko's, because all they did was hold. Devin Alexander, same thing. It's not defense. It's against the rules, and it breaks up the pace of the fight. When you had a fight like this, very few clinches, lots of action, both guys taking big shots that would have knocked other guys out. These guys stood up to it and didn't really even go backwards. So, really, really good stuff there. But again, we had it even. For Canelo, we gave him rounds 2, 5, 6, 8, 9, and 11. That's 2, 5, 6, 8, 9, and 11. And for Triple G, we gave him 1, 3, 4, 7, 10, and 12. The first, the third, the fourth, the 7th, the 10th, and the 12th. 6 rounds to 6, 114 apiece. Let me know how you guys had it. Leave your scorecard if you have it round by round. Let me know what round you gave to which fighter. Moving on, what is next for each of these fighters? Well, for Triple G, I think the next fight should be the Danny Jacobs-Derevchenko winner. I think it should be that. Because I think Jacobs will win that. Triple G has a unanimous decision over Jacobs, which a lot of people, including yours truly, thought Jacobs won. If he can win that, maybe this sets up a trilogy with Canelo. But I think that would be a good first step. It could get him a title, and then it would be a unification fight if he should beat the winner of the Jacobs-Derevchenko fight, which I'm projecting will be Jacobs. And it shows that he's still at a world-class level. Look, Triple G may not be 100% of what he used to be, but he's still really good. He can still beat. He's 36. He can still beat a lot of fighters. And like I said, he didn't fight his game. He didn't fight his fight. He fought Canelo's fight. He got the fight basically dictated to him. And that being said, he still almost won, and you can make a case that he won more rounds. I'm not making that case, but you could make a reasonable case that he did. The other half of this, Canelo Alvarez, is already the pay-per-view king. He's Golden Boy's Golden Boy, but he's a promotional free agent now. So he has all types of doors and avenue open to him. Now, he can basically fight whoever he wants because it'll be the biggest payday of their career. And he has no promotional ties, so any fight can be made. Let's weigh a couple of those options here. So again, you're going to have the Jacobs-Derevchenko winner. You're going to have the Billy Joe Saunders-Dimitri Andrade winner. So those would be two other title holders, right? Canelo now has the WBA and the WBC, and those would be the other two, the WBO and the IBF champs. Or you can have a trilogy with Triple G. So you have a trilogy with Triple G, or you have a unification fight with the Billy Joe Saunders Andrade winner, or the Jacobs-Derevchenko winner. All of those would be great fights. Those are all great options which can be made because of Canelo's drawing power and the fact that he's a promotional free agent. But the fight that I've been begging for, the fight that needs to be made next, Canelo versus Charlo in Houston on Cinco de Mayo. You have Houston, Texas' own favorite boxer, Jamal Charlo, who represents Houston, great fighter, and is the WBC mandatory to fight Canelo, who would do tremendously well in his hometown of Houston. And you have Canelo, who's a huge draw in Texas. He's fought all over. He's fought in the Alamo Dome. He's fought at Minute Maid Park in Houston. And he's fought at AT&T Stadium in Dallas. And he draws tremendously well. Huge following for Canelo. This would be a great sell to the boxing masterminds out there. If this fight is next, please make it in Houston. It will be a major event. I think it would be great. Cinco de Mayo weekend at Houston at Minute Maid Park. The fight should be made there. And this is a fight that I've been begging for a couple of years now. If you thought the Triple G fight was good, this fight, and I'm picking Charlo, just if that fight did happen, I'll let you know off the bat, I'm taking Charlo to win that fight. But let's not get into that. If this fight was to happen next, it would be fight of the year type of fight for sure. It'd be a fight of the year candidate for sure. You'd have my $84.99 or whatever you wanted to charge me for it. That would be an offensive showdown. Let me know who you guys would want to see Canelo fight next. Charlo, one of the winners of the other two fights. Do you want to see a third fight with Triple G? Or do you want to see him fight somebody else? If so, let me know who you want to see him fight. What's the best option for him? And also let me know if you thought this was the fight of the year so far. I'm still sticking with Lara and Hurd as the fight of the year, although this is a close second or a close runner-up. Excellent fight, lots of action. And let me know how you had it scored and which fight you liked better. Did you like Triple G Canelo 1 or Triple G Canelo 2? I like the first one better, but they were both excellent fights. For Sunday Morning Champion, this is 3D Boxing signing off, saying thank you and God bless.
Enjoy 3D Boxing vlog videos? Show us some love by clicking the like button. Don't miss a tweet, post, story, or video. 3dboxingvlog.com is also on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Hit the subscribe button now to stay inside the ring.